Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor, your fellow Virgo, and I'm going to be reading your tea leaves today. We're going to start, though, by pulling a card. We're going to pull a single card from the Thoth deck just to kind of see where is the energy at today. What is our Six of Discs? Okay, so we have a feeling of things going our way, right? In our home earth energy. And I don't mean home like domestically, although it could be, right? I just mean as Virgos, we dwell in this earthen element quite often. In fact, we are masterful at it. Sometimes to the point where it can hinder us a little bit. We need to get up out of the material world and get our head in the clouds a little bit more sometimes. But for right now, we have this energy that is beautiful and flowing. It is one of success, of things working out in our favor. And, our goals beginning to be met, and that's the big thing. This beautiful energy builds upon itself and gets us right up into that star energy. Okay, so we're gonna take a look. We're gonna see what this bowl of tea leaves has to say. I want to thank you for clicking on the reading. If you want to like, subscribe, or leave a comment, I'd love to hear from you. I have not been asking a lot of questions of anybody to put in the comments or otherwise. But, I am always curious, right? I'm always curious. I want to know about your dreams lately. Now, you don't have to give me the whole narrative if you don't want to, but I'm interested in what key symbols have been coming through for you. I trust my fellow Virgos completely. Our relationship to dreams is often profound, often prophetic for a lot of us Virgos. So I'm interested. Pay attention. Write down what you remember and share. Share it with me. I'm nosy. All right, let's go. We're going to see what's going on here. So immediately I have a feeling we have a group of people working together. We have one person here. You can see the head, the body, the legs would be down here. We have another person right here. Head, body, legs. We have the arm down and, of course, holding something. It looks to me to be like a goose, maybe. The neck would be right here, and here's the body. Now up here we have another one. Here's the body, here's the neck, and kind of looking over this way. Now, kind of perched up here too, maybe building a nest of some kind. Now, over here we also have another person. You can see the arms here. The head would be here. This is the lower body. And then a person here, okay? Head here, arms out, body. So we have, and one right here too. Here's the upper part of the body, and this would be the lower part. Also an eye. Okay, so to me it feels like we have a family, we have a group of friends, we have maybe a team at work, some grouping of people who have a common goal. Right, have a common interest, are doing the same kind of work on the same wavelength, really locked in together. I feel like this is a close relationship. Is it always a good one? Not necessarily. Sometimes probably there are problems like there are for any grouping of people. But I feel like this is where you tend to draw a lot of your identity and kind of like the thing that qualifies you to yourself, really. I don't mean for anybody else, but kind of like that feeling of like through this work and the people that I interact with doing this work, I feel that it verifies to me, and I'm speaking as you, it verifies to me that I'm doing the right thing. I am succeeding. I can see that in how other people respond to me. I can see that in their enthusiasm, their willingness to work with me, to create, to innovate, to, just even exist in a dynamic where you are engaged with one another, like on a level where you're really working on something and building something, and maybe even getting to know the people and become, deeper friends, and, this kind of camaraderie. And so I feel like this is a big focus of this next period of time. Okay, maybe even the next year, couple of years. This endeavor feels like as a Virgo, I'm just going to be real with you. It feels like it is something that you are excited about. You love being in the mix, but it is going to be very trying. Okay. It's going to be trying because, well, us Virgos, we like things done the way that we do them, right? We like to do it ourselves because we don't want to have to go back and do the work after somebody messed it up. That's like our default thinking. At least it is for mine, right? If I'm going to have something done and I want it done right, I'm not going to ask anybody else to help to get, to do it for me, or, even like loading the dishwasher. Right? We're uptight, man, us Virgos. Maybe it's just me, because I also have a Capricorn placement. And the part that makes me like super weird about how I do stuff is I'm an Aquarius moon as well. So, I'm a bossy little weirdo up in here. But yeah, so this is going to be trying. And I hate to point that out, but that's like the first thing that I would think of, like working in a group of people. I'm like, okay, well, how many people are going to have equal or higher sway in all of this than me, right? Because I want to do things the way that I do them. And also want everybody else to do them the way that I do them. So I do feel like this is a good thing, though. This is all about growth for you. This is also about allowing yourself to be in a intentional setting and an intentional grouping of people, and to learn to kind of dwell in that without having, the feeling of super annoyance is the big thing. Learning how to manage that. But also just dipping. That's the big thing for us Virgos, right? It's just like, after so much, like, I'm not going to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. If it's making me feel like my life is too hard because I can't deal with these people, bro, I'm not going to deal with these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you do. You're a Virgo. But we also know sometimes the divine gives its strongest, bravest soldiers the hardest ordeals. And sometimes that ordeal is having to listen and do what people you don't think know what they're doing are telling you, I know. I feel frozen just even at the concept of it. But sometimes we have to just learn. Humble self. Temper self. I had a wonderful magical partner once that he would constantly tell me, You need to temper self. And he wasn't wrong. He was not wrong. So that's what this is about. It's about balancing out our reactions, being able to navigate, you know, places that don't always feel intellectually, emotionally, and even sometimes physically comfortable for us. But what I do see is that in this, we're going to come back to that one. In this work, and you can see there's like the little castle over here, and it is the goose as well, but it kind of looks like a little castle. But I'm trying to figure out how to say this. Through this work, I feel like it helps develop you in a way that I think it helps you become a better like mother, father, grandparent, family member, coworker. Remembering that like you also are flexible and you're tolerant and you're absolutely down to like try other people's ideas. Because here's the thing with us Virgos is that we do so much by ourselves, and so many Virgos as well work for themselves, or we do like side hustle. We do a bunch of side hustles to, you know, equal 1 or 2 jobs, right? We are people that like to be self-led, right? And we also like to work without anybody like over our shoulder. You know what I mean? Like if you are sitting here watching me, you better believe I'm going to be a mess, right? I'm going to be making mistakes. I'm like in my head, I'm performing and I'm trying to like meet your expectations and make you like the work I'm doing, or you know, and then on top of that, actually doing the thing and doing it as less awkwardly as I am. I'm very awkward, both in speaking and my thinking and my physicality, my movements. So we don't, and it's not just me, we don't like people to be witnessing us when we're doing real work, like something that actually means something to us. So I feel like there's this desire to become more, right? To be in your wholeness as a being. And so doing these things that really don't sound great and kind of is like, oh, you know, I have to work with these other people and and you know. But I think even if it is something that you don't necessarily notice immediately, but I think it changes you. I think it helps you to be in these kind of situations. Not all the time. I'm not saying go out there and just like, you know, do work that like is you're every single day you're super uncomfortable and you don't like it. You know, you might be somebody who loves to be constantly not knowing what's going on, or, you know, you're like a first responder type person, you know, you're going into like these crises or whatever. That's not, I feel like it's like you're pushing your own boundaries, right? Your own comfort zone. And it's not something that we love as Virgos, but we know that we have to do it. So I see this being a time of a lot of self-evolution, discomfort, maybe some, you know, testy times. That's the other thing. Make sure you're thinking about how you're treating yourself, how you're treating other people, how you're talking to yourself in your mind, you know, your interior dialogue. Dude, just be that like really annoying soccer mom to yourself. You know what I mean? Affirmations. Good job. You're getting it. Keep working. Hustle up. It's okay. You got this. You got this. You got this. You know what yeah. Sometimes we have to do it for ourselves. In fact, probably most of the time we do, right? So the other part that I want to look at here is we have, it looks like, we have a lot of weird energy. I'm just going to be real. We have this, like, it looks like a tooth to me, and it looks mad. Okay, so here's the tooth, right? And actually over here, it might be a molar or like a wisdom tooth or something, you know, like you can't ignore. And this is going to be important, okay? If you have teeth still and you have, you know, the ability, I always laugh about this when I'm talking because it's just, I mean, absurd. I mean, life is just absurd. If you have the great privilege of being able to afford to go to a dentist or go to a dental school or even, I mean, gosh, won the lottery and have, you know, dental insurance, you know, then please make sure that you're taking care of this, okay? Our dental health is so important. I've talked about it on here before. I have had dental problems since I was a kid. I did not go to the dentist often when I was young. And, you know, grew into problems and have had so much work done on my mouth and was a great source of shame. I mean, even now, I guess, if I really think about it, but, you know, it is what it is, but I'll tell you what, it is, once you get things sorted out or you can maintain them, please do, because it changes the whole way that you experience the world. I had, you know, my teeth were so bad for like so long as an adult because I never really had my teeth taken care of when I was young. And, you know, part of that was my own fault, obviously, when I got older. But I really honestly didn't know how to be a human either. I wasn't raised by people who, I don't know, I wasn't raised by people who, you know, it's medical neglect is what it's called. And so anyways, yeah, it like once I got my stuff sorted out, which was extracting everything basically, which you can probably hear sometimes with the things in my mouth, but, the pain went away. That was the big thing. And I realized like I was in pain for years of my life. And so when I see this, dude, here's the thing. I don't know why teeth stuff is so stigmatized. Maybe because, you know, it's your face and people can see your teeth and, you know, whatever. But at all costs, I mean, sometimes you just have to do it. I mean, if it's I'm not going to give any medical advice, but just take care of it. Please, you know, whatever it is. And if you can afford the, you know, the yearly checkups and all that, do that stuff too. The cleanings and all that. Because it does feel like a lot of pain at the center of the thing here. Now, I'm guessing this is a truly physical experience. Symbolically, this would be something around, I would say, family. You know, the tooth to me really is about like those old things that we carry with us throughout our lives. And if we do not tend to those things, especially when we're young, right? We have relationships with our siblings, our extended family, our parents, our grandparents, whatever. If there is even a hint of stress and decay in the beginning and it's not worked on, of course, that thing's not going to make it with you through your life. You know, at some point, it's either going to fall on out or you're going to have to, like, pull it out. You can continue to put all kinds of caps and this and that, but if you don't take care of the thing and you don't really tend to it, pay attention to it, you know, often, it's not going to make it. So, this is a big thing. Okay, this is a big thing. Whatever this pain is, you know what it is. If it's in your mouth or if it's, you know, something more symbolic than that, I would not ignore it. Okay. And I sigh myself. I don't want to, can I just have a couple days off before I deal with anything else? Okay, now, here's the deal. We have the melancholy through our lobster. We have the dog. We have that intense moon energy, delusion, fear, maybe feeling like you just want to walk away from a situation. You want to be in your own head. I don't want to talk to anybody. I just want to do my own thing. You know, I just want to be lost in my thinking, my research, my work, my art, my, you know, happy distractions. P.S. What are you watching? P.S. What are you watching? Give me some recommendations. I'm looking. Let's see. So we have that energy. We have the dog energy. We have the moon energy. Okay. One that can sometimes feel like we're getting lost in the thing, right? I was going to say lost in the sauce because we got the martini looking glass right here. Now, it doesn't have to be the drinking, you know, it doesn't have to be substance abuse or anything like that. But it's vice, right? It's like obsession. It's like distraction. Like, it's like you know, everything's too, this is mine. I'm going to share mine with you. Everything's too much. I should watch, shout out to my girly out there. We've been talking about it. I'm going to watch Shaws of Sunset, like rewatch it. Not even watch it the first time, you guys. Rewatch it in my jams, in my bed all weekend long. I'm not doing anything else. And then it's like it rolls over into days and weeks of like, that's my escape. Every moment that I, you know, and it like, that's for me. I'm an addict, by the way. I mean, if you don't already know that about me, I was in recovery for like 8 years. And then a couple years ago, I started, I'm California sober or whatever, partake in the mother plant. But, you know, like not, you know what I mean? Like not wildly. Anyways, I feel like I have to always say that now. I know I don't. I don't have to explain anything to anybody. But I want to be real because when I was in recovery, like I wasn't judgmental in the like doomy way, but I was definitely involved in 12-step and stuff. And like, you know, so I'm always like, well, you know, I'm California sober now. Not technically in recovery. So I do have definitely, I grew up around addicts. That was my world, man. You know, I have families full of addiction and it can manifest in any freaking way. Anyway, right now I'm tunneling it into learning to do wall sits for 30 minutes. I'm trying to get my like knees and oh my gosh, it's just, I hurt thinking about it. But yeah, doing wall sits, that's my new obsession right now. And learning how to do hand-to-hand combat with a knife or whatever. That's my training. That's my New Year's resolution, was that I'm going to learn the knife. and be more efficient and, well versed in it. Anyways, speaking of distractions and ramblings, so I feel like this is like, whoo, okay, watch out, because that energy is entering the room. Okay, the blues, the like really just the yucky thinking, the do they like me? Did I say too much? Did I offend? Do I really even care? I mean, who do they think they are? And we do, as Virgos, we're like so good at having those little arguments, man. You know what I mean? Like in the shower, where you're like just beefing it out, and it's like not even close to a real thing. Is that just me? So keep your head straight. That's what it is. You have to keep checking in with yourself. When we get into that funky place, man, we will find reasons to stay there. Believe that. Okay, so definitely checking in with yourself, and just also fact checking. Like, I'm married to a Cancer. You guys maybe know him. His name is Paul. He's over at Dove and Serpent Tarot. And he definitely, like, sometimes has to help me get that to that ground, man. He'll be, okay, what was said, or what happened? And then, I'll tell the story in my highly, how I experienced it emotionally, how I felt about that, all this stuff. And he's like, what are the facts? What actually happened? Not what you think happened. What happened? What do you know? And yeah, sometimes as Virgos, we need to do it, man. We got to get there. We got to get to that place. Facts on facts, So we also have over here, and I'm going to do this. We have it looks like a Trojan horse. I'm just going to say it. It looks like a Trojan horse. We have I'm going to say that rat company with the kids movies. You know what I'm talking about? It looks like that, like a balloon. Is he a rat or a mouse? I don't know, whatever. Probably a rat. We also have the Trojan horse. If you know about the Trojan horse, it's the thing where the horse has the soldiers in it, the warring, armies. One of them sends it into the fort as a present, a gesture, like, bro, it's all good, it's all peace, right? And then all of the dudes like sneak out of the thing and sack the fort, right? So, a sneak attack. We have maybe a Disney adult involved. I don't know. Maybe somebody that's, did I say they were the rat company? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I don't know. Somebody that likes Disney, okay? Which I did not know so many people were super into Disney until I had a kid. Like, I don't know. Even as a kid, I don't think I was super into Disney stuff. But, and I'm not judging it at all. Some of the weirdest stuff. Pete's Dragon, that old school one, dude. Ooh, girl, that's a weird movie. What's that? Bed Knobs and Brooms. I love all those old ones. They're weird, surreal. Some of it, absolutely. But this feels like, I don't know. Maybe there's something about them that has that energy. So then we have also the volcano. I feel like this is somebody who's meddling. I don't know. I feel like it's somebody who's stirring the pot, somebody who is telling you things that they know that, like, are going to upset you, or they're telling people things that you've said that they know are going to stir it up. And, there's only one, sentence that we can hand down for this, and that is exile them. This person is going to be yeeted out of your life. That is thrown out of your life. And there's no other way, because if you let it continue, you're gonna go off. You're gonna go off. So they need to go. Whoever that is, you know who it is. I'm gonna be looking for Disney stuff today. I mean, rat stuff, or whatever, or whatever. You guys, I'm training today, and I just am trying to find any reason not to go do jujitsu today. I want to so bad, but I'm also just I just want to sleep. I feel like I'm not sick. Well, I might be. I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm sick. I'm tired. All right, so we have a person that sacrificed a lot for you. Masculine energy, not a father, but somebody like a father. It feels like there's a lot of guilt. There's a guilt here. I feel like you have this kind of underlying thing where it's like, if this person passed already, or maybe they are in the process, they're getting older, there seems to be a sense of like, they did so much for me, and yet I can't give that back equally, or at least you perceive that you can't, or you haven't. And the deal is, or you didn't, if they've already passed. But the deal is here that, like, this isn't about, like, we're matching. Like, you know, he did this, he taught me that, you know, so now I have to do this and I have to do that in equal measure. It doesn't work that way. Right? And so here's the thing, is that you have to remember that this person, this energy is just glowing around you because they took great joy in being able to help form you as a being, to be a part of you growing as an entity. Even if it was like as an adult, maybe you met him when you were 40 years old, you know, some older dude at work that like taught you how to, you know, do whatever, and that informed how you worked, and it, you know, it added value to your life and to your skill set and whatever, you know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like there is this almost kind of, you don't want to look at it too deeply because you feel guilty, and yet around it is such a light of like you being the gift that they received in exchange for what they taught you, what they were for you, that consistency, that person that showed up, that person that was willing to help, willing to show you how to do something. And I feel like that is such an important energy to recognize here and to remind yourself. You know, it's not about the details of the thing, but it's about the love that is there, that was there, that is continually, you know, woven into you. It's part of who you are. It's like the very fabric of your being. So, when we have feelings like this come up and we have this energy of, you know, somebody beloved to us really lingering or hanging around, or, you know, suddenly it's like very potent in the home, or, you know, on your heart, we honor that, right? We honor that. So make an altar, put up a picture, you know, leave some fruit out for them, whatever it is, give them their favorite candy or whatever. I think that this is an energy that enters your life, and you know, it never goes away. It's been there always, you know, since you found each other again, right? Because you've probably traveled lifetimes together, but found each other at some point in your life, and that remains. It will always remain. So yeah, I like that. I like that as a wonderful kind of let's wrap it up here energy. And I am absolutely conscious of this energy in my life as well. And thankful for it. Okay, number 5. And actually that was his lucky number. There we go. 5. That's so funny. 90. So we have 5, 90. Ooh. And 72. All right. Well, my loves, I want to tell you I love you. I thank you. It's always such a huge honor to be here with you. If you want to help the channel in some little way, like, subscribe, share the video, anything like that. Yeah. All right. Please take care of yourself. Take care of each other. We'll talk soon.